Lee.
She was just a young'un, and she had more sense than I did anyhow, even if I was about 22 at the time. And I went in the house and spoke to Gaither. I'd known him and played music with him before, her dad. And Rosalie turned around and said, "Hello," and you might as well hit me in the head with a brick. I didn't have a lick of sense after that. I had to have that girl. That's all there was to it. Now, that's all I'll say about it. That's the way it happened.
By age 30, Doc was an accomplished working musician. His technique of picking fiddle melodies and fancy lead lines on the guitar helped to define a distinct Southern Appalachian style known as flat picking.
While the moon shines bright, will you meet me tonight?
Musicologist Ralph Rensler crisscrossed this country in the mid-1900s, capturing original field recordings of traditional artists for the Smithsonian.
And it was on one of these trips to record the great Clarence Ashley that Ralph happened upon Arthel Watson.
I sat on the back of the pickup truck, and Doc and some of the other musicians were inside, and to keep myself company, I played the banjo. And Doc heard me playing my version of Yankee old-time rapping-style banjo. And finally, he got out and popped up on the back of the truck himself and said, "Let me see that banjo, son." And he played Tom Dooley, and I just couldn't believe my ears. He just played the hell out of it.
Ralph convinced Doc to take his music and storytelling on the road, playing coffee houses and folk festivals from New York to California.
And in the summer of 1964, Doc's son Merle decided to give up drumming and take up the guitar.
So I showed him chords and timing and sang with him, and I strummed along and picked, and he did, and I guess in about 3 or 4 days he was doing lead work on songs like Never on Sunday and the Riddle Song and several songs. Just that, he just picked it up that fast.
At age 16, Merle left home to join Doc as full-time road manager, chauffeur, and backup guitarist.
Father and son embarked on a journey that would span 20 years, and in Doc's words, over 2 million dues-paying miles.
I didn't overlord my ideas. We'd discuss things, and when he wanted to add something to the sets, he was welcome, whether it was blues I'd never played or what. And somebody asked him once, he said, they said, Merle said, "Do you have to practice a lot?" And he said, "I've learned a lot of tunes on the stage." But he was good. You could sit down with a heart, say Summertime, for instance. One day I asked him, I said, "Son, you think you can learn to pick that?"
I went to the funeral, and we drove up there, North Carolina, and all I can say is that when Doc put his hands on that coffin and said, "Well, you know, we'll see you later, son," the earth shook.
Since Merle's death in 1985, family, friends, fellow musicians, and fans of acoustic music have gathered in North Wilkesboro to celebrate the Merle Watson Memorial Festival.
The festival is a fitting tribute to Merle in the fact that it has young, well-known artists like Ricky Skaggs and Tony Rice and Alison Krauss. But it also has great old-time people like Joe and Odell Thompson and unaccompanied singers, old-time banjo pickers and fiddlers. The festival's just what it should be to make a statement about this family and this region.
I think it's what Merle will like, don't you?
Definitely.